Hello, Bobcats. I'm Amelie Sengupta. I hope you're having a Bobtastic Thursday, and we have an exciting show for you today.
And I'm Courtnee Tabacchi. We're switching things up from our regular newscast and introducing a new segment called Behind the Bobcats.
Twice a month, we will bring students, faculty, or staff who have been nominated by our viewers to be featured on the show.
And this week, two very special guests came to the studio to see what's behind the Bobcats. Enjoy it!
Gather around, gather around.
This is GC360.
No. This is a new segment. This is Behind the Bobcats.
Welcome to Behind the Bobcats. Georgia College is ready to jumpstart this year's homecoming events and take you on a trip to the jungle. But what goes on behind planning homecoming? Is that a question for one person? B. Rowan is here to welcome today's first guest, Sarah Goodelman.
Thank you, guys. I'm B. Rowan, excited to host the first Behind the Bobcat. I'm here with Sarah Goodelman, the student engagement program coordinator for GCSU. So hi, excited to have you here.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys having me out here today to inform the students on upcoming events here at Georgia College.
All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop on in with the questions.
Let's do it.
So next week is Georgia College's annual homecoming week. What do you have in store for the university?
So this year, homecoming week is February 17th through the 22nd, and that is a Monday through Saturday. Each day we have different events, starting off with Monday. Well, actually, let's take it back to the theme this year. So this year's homecoming theme is Thunder Safari Adventure. And you may be thinking, Safari Adventure in Milledgeville, Georgia? Just wait for the week programming. So on Monday, we're going to have Wildlife Critters Petting Zoo out on campus from 12 to 2 p.m. at the library green space. There's going to be all different types of animals. And this also, petting zoo, goes along with our theme, Thunder Safari Adventure. Moving right along to Tuesday's event, it's our annual homecoming silent disco. It's an event we do every year. All students love it, and that's happening in Magnolia Ballroom from 7 to 9 p.m. on that Tuesday. Wednesday, as we know, is a significant day, as we all like to call Hump Day. So once again, going along with the theme for homecoming, we have created a program called Happy Hump Day, Camels on Campus. So you may be thinking, camels in Milledgeville? Well, on Wednesday from 2 to 4 p.m. on front campus, there will be 2 camels on campus for students to interact, feed, take pictures with. You are not allowed to ride the camels, just going to put that one out there front. Also, with that event, we're going to be passing out homecoming t-shirts, safari animal crackers, and other little fun goodies throughout the week. Also, continuing on with the week is another annual event we always do during our homecoming week. It's called Battle of the Bobcats. So, off the title, Battle of the Bands. This event happens with different student groups, organizations, and bands wanting to participate in fighting for a chance to be the opener at our annual spring concert, which is happening April 25th. So that Battle of the Bobcats is Thursday, February 20th in Russell Auditorium starting at 6 p.m. Moving right along to Friday, we have our homecoming parade starting at 3:30, and this is where all student groups, organizations, departments can join in on the fun, and that'll start at the depot with entering their float however they would like to. Moving right along to round up our homecoming week is Saturday, February 22nd is our annual Tent City. That's from 12 to 4 p.m. Once again, student groups, faculty, staff, alumni are more than welcome to tailgate for our basketball games. The girls' game is at 3:30 and the men's game is at 5:30. Going off of that, we do different ceremonies during the games as far as announcing the representatives from each organization for Duke, Duchess, King, and Queen. And then following the men's game, we do our ceremony to announce the winners this year of the homecoming court. And that's homecoming in a nutshell for all the students to participate in. Another thing we wanted to do this year is somehow have a takeaway from each event. So this year we were able to create buttons and stickers that have cute little Thunder logos on them that have him in a little cute safari outfit. So at each event, you're more than welcome to collect one, but in order to collect them all, you must attend each homecoming event. So one of a kind collectible here at Georgia College.
How has the process been in organizing and coordinating the events, and what has been the most rewarding part for you?
Okay, so the rewarding part, I know I'm already thinking about it. It's definitely going to be that Sunday, the 23rd, knowing we fully executed and planned a campus-wide university event, which is homecoming. Also going off of that, homecoming is like I've said, university-wide campus event. So there's multiple different departments that put in the planning process tracing back to about 2-3 months ago. So just a few that come off the top of my head: departments: University Communications, the Office of Student Engagement, the Alumni Office, the President's Office. And that's just to name a few top departments who are involved in the planning. We also bring in public safety for all different types of events to make sure we ensure the safety of our students, especially with campus-wide events. And then also, I would say, as far as the planning process, knowing the students are getting excited for events that happen on theme this year with Thunder Safari Adventure is definitely going to be a rewarding part of the whole homecoming week.
So what made you jumpstart your career here as an
Okay,
alma mater?
yeah, so I actually graduated from Georgia College State University in May of 2023 with a degree in rhetoric. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, what is rhetoric? The art of persuasion, communication, public speaking. I'm sure you can pick up on it. I can talk to a brick wall. But I would say, so when I graduated, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was interviewing for very entry-level jobs as far as marketing, recruiting, and sales. It wasn't my forte. I was getting a lot of no's. But I knew in that point, all the no's were leading me to something more. During my time here at Georgia College, I was involved with an organization called Georgia College Miracle. And my current boss now, she reached out to me and was like, hey, Goody, do you have a job? And I was like, no, I'm really lost right now. And she let me know that there was the student engagement program coordinator position open, and she thought I would be a great fit for it. I applied, interviewed, and here I am today, loving my full-time job. Another perk of the full-time job at Georgia College State University, I'm going to pursue a master's degree in public admin starting in summer of 2025. So there's just many opportunities to not only get involved with higher education, but also creating and pursuing the relationships you had during my undergrad and continuing that here.
All right, and so I'm gonna wrap it up with just one last question. What impact do you think these type of events have on school spirit at GCSU?
So I would definitely say, yes, we're all students are here for the college degree, but it's also the experience and interpersonal skills that you get to create and form to use, and transferable skills to the real world. But the impact on each event, I would say for the students, is the day-to-day. Yes, you have class. Yes, you have to study. But who doesn't want to see camels on campus? That is so out of the ordinary. Petting zoo. Cute little bunnies. Come on. That's adorable. So I think the impact overall on the students is the mental health awareness, taking that break, knowing, yes, you're here for the degree, but also getting the well-rounded education and experience here at Georgia College.
All right, well, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being
Of
here. It was a
course.
pleasure to
Thank
have you.
I appreciate y'all letting me be here and talk about our homecoming week.
Yeah, of course. Well, that wraps up our first Behind the Bobcat. So back to you guys.
Thanks, Bea. Now let's take a look at the weather with Hallie Bergstrom. Hallie?
Good afternoon, Bobcats, and welcome to your weekly weather update. We've got a mix of sun, clouds, and showers in store, along with some big temperature swings throughout. This Friday, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 60 and a low of 43 degrees. Make sure that you're wearing a cute jacket for any Valentine's Day plans. On Saturday, expect more cloudy skies with a chance of rain in the morning, but temperatures will be on the rise with a high of 66 and a low of 58. Sunday will be bringing some morning showers before clearing out in the afternoon with a high of 65 and a low of 29. Make sure that you're wearing some warm clothes for these freezing temperatures later in the evening. Monday is bringing the sun out to start another great school week, so expect a high of 54 and a low of 31. Tuesday will bring back some clouds, so anticipate partly cloudy weather with a high of 62 degrees and a low of 40. Wednesday will be back with rain and cooler temperatures with a high of 55 and a low of 34. Finally, Thursday will keep those clouds in the sky and continue decreasing into freezing temperatures with a high of 50 and a low of 27. This will be our coldest day of the week, so be sure to bundle up. That's the weather for this week, Bobcats. Have a great rest of your week and make sure to stay warm out there. Back to you.
Thanks, Hallie. We're going on a short break, but stay with us because when we come back, we have a student organization feature. Any guesses?
And we will have the latest sports update with a debuting anchor. This is Behind the Bobcats, where your story takes a spotlight.
I'm Eric Griffiths. I am the interim chair of the Department of Theater and Dance. Our general mission, of course, is teaching theater artists, actors, designers, technicians. Of course, students will specialize in certain areas, but they will know if an actor leaves here, and that is their goal is to perform, they will also know how to hang a light. They will know how to sew a button on a costume. They have these other skills. So we offer kind of a mix of the soft skills and the hard skills for doing the work. Our goal is to create a well-rounded theater artist that knows a little bit about everything that goes into producing theater.
Welcome back. Ava Cortez is here to welcome our second guest in Behind the Bobcats. This time, the Vice President of the Latino Student Association is here to tell us all about LSA. Let's welcome Paola Martinez to the studio.
Thank you, guys. This is Ava Cortez. Welcome once again to Behind the Bobcats. I'm joined here today with the Vice President of the Latino Student Association, Paola Martinez. Hello, Paola.
Hi, Ava.
I'm so glad that you're here today. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad to be here too.
Good, good, good. Tell me a little bit about your position. What's your position at the Latino Student Association and kind of like what you do?
I serve as the Vice President for LSA right now. And a little bit of what I do is I basically help the president plan events. Whenever the president is too occupied to manage something, I kind of take charge of that. And I basically make sure that everything goes well in the meetings, as well as check on our students and make sure that they're okay.
Mm-hmm. And tell me a little bit about what are the goals of the events that LSA does?
Our goal is to kind of get our community together of Latinos. We know that there's not that many of us here around campus, so we try to form that sense of community around our members and to make them feel welcome and they have a place where they belong.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What do you think are some challenges that the Latino Student Association has faced in this specific campus?
I think some of the challenges, as I mentioned, is that there's not many of us around. So it's kind of hard to make connections with other people around. It's also hard to all of the Latino students that we have met, they usually come from families where they're very close together and they kind of have a hard time coming to college and separating from their families and all of that. So we kind of like to help them with that transition and feel like Georgia College is a home away from home.
Mm-hmm. How was your personal experience as a Latino student coming to Georgia College away from your family?
My personal experience, it was a little bit difficult. I had never been away from my family for maybe longer than 1 or 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little bit hard, definitely. I felt at first I felt isolated, I was isolated. And I was not making any friends. I was not getting to meet anybody. And I was just kind of in a shell. And that's when I found out about LSA. And I decided to join, and ever since then, honestly, they have become my family, and it just makes it a little bit better, having more friends that I can count on.
That's really nice. How do you think LSA enforces that, or promotes, rather, the sense of belonging in students, especially with such a small Latino community on campus?
Yeah. Well, One thing that we always do is try to check on our students, on our members. Every single time we start a new semester, we kind of check on them. Everybody, even including new members, we try to ask them how they're doing, like with their transition coming to college. And every so often, when they come to the meetings, we make sure to always ask about their mental health, because we know sometimes it's hard to deal with all the stuff that we need to be dealing with in college, and sometimes it gets like a little bit too hard. So we always try to make sure that we are always like talking to them, making sure they're okay, just like your mom will do at home, right? So we try to be like that mom person to them all the time. Sometimes we're a little too overwhelming, just like your mom is. But we really like to make sure and like kind of like getting to know our students personally to a personal level. I feel like that makes a difference for LSA.
How do you think students, like Latino students, are dealing with the sense of belonging now with the specific political turmoil that's happening right now?
That's definitely a question that has like many sides to it. Some of our members they're like maybe like second generation or third generation. They've been born here and everything. They don't really know much about the culture, which they're trying to, and they love being part of it. I feel like with them it's not as much of an emotional change maybe, but we do have some other members that have actually faced some racist stuff, if I may say, around campus, and that has definitely had an impact on them. So I definitely feel like the belonging sense is like really important right now, to feel like they're part of something, because it has definitely affected them to a personal level, and we just want to like make sure that they have a place, like a safe space where they can come and where they know they're not going to be judged and where they know they're going to be loved by people that are around them.
How has your personal experience been now with the current political climate and living in a majority white town in a majority white school? How has that been for you?
Honestly, I feel like I always try to stay positive and not be so political about situations, but there are some times where you just cannot avoid it. I'm very conscious of who I am and what I am and what all of the Latinos are around this campus, and I feel like personally I felt like not really attacked, but I just want to make sure that there's no more incidents around campus, like racist or anything, because like I'm conscious I have an accent and I'm proud of that. Like I'm Mexican and I'm proud of that, but like that should never be a reason why somebody feels less than anybody else. And knowing that there is such a small population around campus can definitely have some impact on us, and it has had an impact on me. But we're trying our best to deal with it the best possible way. And also we know like all our folks here in Milledgeville, they're pretty nice for the most part, so we're not as terribly affected right now, if I may say. But that's something we're definitely like looking into and always being careful about.
That's really important. And my last question for you, how do you think the Latino Student Association stands out on campus from other organizations? What makes LSA different?
Well, I feel like a lot of clubs might say this, but honestly, I feel like we really are a family. Like, I just cannot express enough how great I feel going into the meetings. Like, that's like my favorite part of the week. We have meetings every other week, and that's just like my favorite part because I really feel safe in that space. That's the only space around campus where I don't feel judged at all, where I don't feel ashamed of who I am, and where I'm always happy. So I really like that. I like that sense of community that we have. And it's not even just community, it's literally family. Like every single member of LSA is part of my family, and I consider them like that, and I look at them like that. So I feel like that makes us stand out. Like the love that you feel in the room when everybody's there, like you just know that everything is so natural and everybody's there to support each other.
Ah, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much for being here at GC360, and we hope to hear more from LSA as well as the semester goes. So thank you so much for being here at GC360 today with us. Thank you so much, Bobcats. Back to you.
And now let's look at the latest sports update with Rebecca Dunn, who is debuting on air today. Take it away.
Hello, Bobcats. I'm Rebecca Dunn, and this is your weekly sports update. The Philadelphia Eagles secured their second Super Bowl win ever with a 40-22 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. Quarterback Jalen Hurts delivered an outstanding performance, completing 17 of 22 passes for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also rushing for 72 yards and a touchdown. Hurts was named the Super Bowl MVP for his efforts. The Eagles' defense intercepted Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes 3 times, including a 38-yard pick six by Cooper DeJean. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce faced a challenging game, recording career lows in yardage and touchdowns this season. Jason Kelce, former Eagles player and brother to Travis, expressed bittersweet feelings after the game, torn between his loyalty to his former team and his brother's performance. Now to Bobcat sports. Over the past week, the GCSU men's basketball team has faced several challenges. On February 8th, they narrowly lost to Flagler College with a score of 79-76 in the Peach Belt Conference. Currently, the Bobcats hold an 8-14 record for the 2024-2025 season. That's all I have in sports for you this week. I'm Rebecca Dunn. Back to you.
Thanks, Rebecca. Coming up after the break, you won't want to miss it. Our team went on the prowl around campus asking students a very interesting question. And the halftime show at the Super Bowl left a lot to unpack. All of this and more on Behind the Bobcats, where your story takes the spotlight.
My name is Kathleen O'Neill, and I'm the costume shop supervisor and instructor for the theater department. So the costume department does a lot of different things. It helps teach our theater majors what costuming is for theater in general and for film. A lot of students come in to be theater majors not knowing that tech is going to have to be part of their major, and they don't know how to sew, they don't know how a costume shop works, and so that's my job to teach them. Most of the time they take the skills they learn in here and then they apply it to their life. And I hear all the time that they come in and they're like, Kathleen, I sewed a button on my pants because you taught me how to do it. And it just makes me feel good. But yes, they do take what they learn in here and apply it to their personal life.
Welcome back. Amelie, what's your hottest take?
I don't think Glenn Powell is all that.
Well, that is the question. Erin, Finnegan, Della Goins, and Madeline Agostini went around asking students in On the Prowl, what's your hottest take?
What's your hottest take?
Don't worry about it.
What's up, Bobcats, and welcome to GC360. This week we are on the prowl to find out some of your hot takes. Let's go. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Annabelle.
What's your hot take?
Ooh, I think that guys should not wear flip-flops.
Frat boys, y'all hear her?
Golden Retrievers are the best dog breed.
If you wear a band t-shirt, you should know their music.
That I like to drizzle ketchup on my french fries instead of dipping them.
The best breakfast in Milledgeville is the Max.
I'm here with Allie Glicker. And what is your hot take?
Ugg slippers should not be worn in class. They are slippers.
Oh, okay. It's definitely hot. Wow. Hi, what's your name?
Alana.
And what's your hot take, Alana?
The Weeknd's performance at the Grammys was underrated.
Benny Blanco is actually super ugly.
Millie Bobby Brown is a terrible actress.
I think Charlie XCX should have gotten more Grammys.
That Taylor Swift's Chiefs game day outfits aren't that good.
Teeth. What is your hot take?
Cats are better than dogs.
Hi, Murphy. What's your hot take? So true.
I think Chipotle and Cane's are overrated.
I'm here with
Asia.
And what is your hot take?
Pickles are the best thing in the whole entire world.
Billie Eilish should have won the Grammys. And reality TV is the best TV.
I'm here with
Professor Cruz.
And what is your hot take?
NASCAR is not a sport.
I think that Cheetos should be dipped in ketchup. Crunchy peanut butter is better than creamy peanut butter.
That is a crazy one. I'm here with
Professor Austin Cook.
And what is your hot take?
Well, I have two of them. First one, F1, a lot more fun to watch than NASCAR. Second one, San Diego Padres baseball, better than the Atlanta Braves.
What is your name?
Amelie.
And what is your hot take?
Beyonce should not have won the best country album of the year.
Thank you very much.
I hate the movie Elf.
My hot take is that Kendrick Lamar should not have won the record or song of the year.
I think the third High School Musical is the best, and I don't like Vampire Diaries.
I think Ranch is overrated.
I don't like The Office.
That's a good one.
Chiefs are going to three-peat.
Chiefs or Eagles?
That ketchup smells and tastes gross.
And what is your hot take?
I only like sink water.
Milledgeville's got to fix their water problem.
That is crazy. I'm here with
Benji Blankenship.
And what is your hot take?
My current hot take is the Dallas Mavericks won the trade.
When people are performing and like the performers are clapping and the audience joins in on the clapping, I think you shouldn't do that. It's really cringy.
Valentine's Day is actually one of my favorite holidays.
Wow, we've got some opinionated Bobcats on our campus. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and make sure to catch us next time we're on the prowl. Back to you.
I hear the tea is boiling hot in entertainment news this week. Simran Puri is here to tell us. Lay it on us, Simran.
Thanks, Amelie. We have a lot to unfold in entertainment this week. Kendrick Lamar left audiences shocked with his performance during the 59th Super Bowl's halftime show. He performed hit songs like Humble, Not Like Us, and featuring SZA in both Luther and All the Stars. But that is not where the guest appearances ended. Lamar brought out both Serena Williams and Mustard as dance guests during his performance. Many believe the halftime was a political statement rather than a performance made for entertainment, as Lamar made changes to his lyrics, censoring himself, and created an American flag out of his all-black dance crew. During the peak of his performance, Lamar stated, quote, "The revolution is about to be televised. You have picked the right time, but the wrong guy." In other Super Bowl news, Kanye West aired a commercial promoting his merchandise website, but when opening up the webpage, users were greeted with a single item being featured, a white t-shirt with a Nazi symbol on it. As of today, the website has been taken down. In a similar vein, Kanye had been posting on X claiming to be a Nazi and confessing how he turned down 3 photos Make-A-Wish kids on wheelchairs. Soon after posting, West's account was no longer up and running. However, it is unclear if he deactivated his account himself or if X moderators had removed it. But Kanye did make one final post saying he was logging out of Twitter and thanked Elon Musk for allowing him to vent. That is all I have for entertainment today, and I hope you have a good week. Back to you.
Thanks, Imran. That's all for Behind the Bobcats this week. Thank you for joining us today, and make sure you tune in next Thursday at 4 p.m. on NBC TV 4 through the Cablecast app. I'm Courtnee Tabacchi.
And I'm Amelie Sengupta. If you want a professor, student, or staff highlighted on the show, fill out the form on our Instagram. That's at GC360 News on Instagram and YouTube. This is Behind the Bobcats, where your story takes the spotlight. See you next week.